Hello everyone, it's Small Farmer 6710. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to episode 2 of building the model farm. So in this episode we're getting started on the model farm. I do have a bit of progress made so far, but I'll explain why I haven't shown any of this on video yet. But the whole point of this series is to include you guys' ideas of what I should do next on the model farm and ideas and everything. I need to thank everyone who left a few ideas and a few suggestions in the last episode of I was talking about ideas and everything. So thanks to everyone who left a few ideas, a few suggestions. I am going to take a few of them on board. I found a few very good, very helpful in fairness. I'm going to take them on board. So yeah, we'll flip these around and I'll show you what's going on. So from last episode, there wasn't really much on. Well, all of this here wasn't there. I think the house was there alright, but I may have showed you in the plan that I'm going to have a bit of a laneway going up here. So there it is there now. I have a little field there. And a lot of people are asking where I was getting the hedging, and it actually looks very good, I do think. Only thing, I wish it was a bit darker. Now, I did buy darker stuff now, but I have about 6 bags of this light stuff, so I may make do with what I have. But actually, very good stuff. See the way I have it there on the side of the house. I'm after weathering it up a small bit, and I might make the stone brick a bit greyer and make it look a bit weathered. Done a bit of a lawn now. The idea with this farm, this is going to be the dairy farm. I have the track for the cows. I still need to perfect it a bit more. And then this is one of the grazing paddocks here. I might split it up into 2. There's going to be a shed coming along here. The slatted unit is going to be coming around here. And then there's going to be an outdoor feeding area here on slats as well. And that'll be for the cows. And then the milker powder is going to be here. And then a hay shed or machinery shed going to be here. And then silage pit going to possibly be here. But I do plan on having this area as a bit of an abandoned area, or all, machines thrown everywhere and stuff like that. So that's what the idea there is. I have a bit of an idea for there, but still not quite decided yet. A lot of you guys like the idea of having the semicircle, so I'm going to continue with that. And then this field here will continue on, and this track for the cows will continue on as well. So that's where we are at the minute. Now, I do have the concrete all laid for the yard, and I have fields and stuff done. I kind of more or less didn't want anything on camera for the minute, because I was kind of introducing myself back into the model building, as I haven't really done it in a year or 2, to be honest with you. So I just kind of wanted to concentrate on make sure everything's right before I start getting the camera involved. But look, there's still a lot more model farm to build, so I will start recording from this episode on of what I do, every bit of what I do. So I am after just getting a bit of an idea there, literally just as I was speaking, as I was talking there. I want to put trees along here, real tall trees, and then make a bit of an enclosed yard here for like silage bales, machinery, crap really, real, just to make the yard look very abandoned and run down. So that's the whole point of this yard. So that's more or less it. I am waiting on stuff to come in from HLT to start building sheds. And also I'm waiting on new back scenery as well, because I would have had it all up by now, but I'm waiting on that in the post at the moment. Town, not much progress on the town. I just had a bit of concrete left, so I said I'd pour it. So that's how big roughly the town is going to be. The pub is going to probably come out to here, and then you'll be able to park the cars lengthways or pull in or whatever. So this is the area we're working on. As you see there, I've already done a bit of a concrete job here now. I didn't really know what I was doing at the time, but look at it now. I probably shouldn't have concrete in it, but look at here we are now. So all this area here, I'm probably going to make it real rough. So this here is kind of gravel I sieved off. I'll probably do something similar, but make it a bit mucky, given as this beside the house. So I have a bit of PVA glue here. That'll be our best friend here for this job. just spread it out now. I could do with a bigger brush, but we'll make do with what we have here. The PVA glue was great for this laying down stuff. I want to do a bit of a video as well on how to make the concrete, or how to lay the concrete. As there's a bit of a technique to it now, in fairness. I'll explain it briefly. You just need concrete powder, sieved. You have to sieve it out to get all the particles out of it, unless you won't get the same finish like I have. You'll also then need to mix it up real fine. Have it mix it with water. Don't have it too liquidy, but don't have it too thick either, or else it'll be harder to spread. But and then add a good portion of PVA glue to it, and that's what allows it to stick. Because you sieve it out, you kind of remove all the fibre out of it and the stones that hold it all together. So by adding a bit of PVA glue, that's what it does, just bonds it all together. So that's more or less it. But I will be doing a video there in the coming weeks whenever I'm doing another yard. And yeah, it looks like I need a bit more PVA glue. Now, you see here now I have a bit of a fine grit, I suppose you could call it. Basically just a bit of 804 I have out in the yard, 804, and took the sandy part of it and sieved it with the sieve to get real fine particles. Unless you'll be left with big boulder stuff and it just won't look good. So we're just going to sprinkle this lightly with a bit of gravel. I'm looking for more dirt effect, but I kind of want a bit of a stony look to it as well. So I think that's enough. We'll go with this. We'll go with that for the moment. And then here we have a bit of soil. Same thing again. I dried it out at the fire. It's nice sandy soil now, so it was from a field I got it from. And had it at the fire there until it was real dry, like all the moisture was proper got over it. And then you're left with real fine stuff. Obviously, put it through the sieve, get all the lumps out of it, and you're left with proper good stuff if you can use for the model farm. So I'm just going to, it's very dusty stuff now. It spreads really nice. I probably would have been better off putting the dirt on first and then the gravel, but we can always put a shade of gravel on after. So there you go. I'm just spreading it out there with a Britain's JCB bucket. As you see there, I always use it. I think it's a great job. Well, I just think it works for me anyway. You always find everyone has their own bits of different techniques and stuff, and what tools they use, and everyone has their own way of doing it. So yeah, what I'm going to do now, I usually get a bit of a tractor sometimes. Now there's a bit of a dark patch there, but no worries, it'll all dry in. But what I sometimes do is just get one of my cheaper tractors and just roll it in, make tractor marks just while it's wet, and it looks more realistic, so it does. So this has a Seku John Deere here, so I do. Yeah, and that stuff is hard for sticking to your fingers, holy god. As you see there, a nice bit of a wet track to it now. That'll dry and lovely now, but for the moment I'm just going to put a bit more dirt over and a shade of gravel, just a shade. Try to get the real dusty stuff. So yeah, now what I want to do now here is get a bit of grass as well. So I'll get my 419S bucket as well here now, and I'll get a bit of grass because I want to kind of texturise it a bit. And there's still a bit of PVA there in spots, so it will it'll do it justice. Like. I just want to act like as a bit of a weed in the yard. Now if you put enough of it in a spot, it will stand up in place. A lot of people say to me that you should get a static grass applicator, but I think the bucket works well enough for me, you know. Maybe I should get one. Let me know, guys. Do you think I should be better off getting one or not? But we'll make this do for the moment. Right, okay, so I'm after coming up with something now. So basically, where am I? Here, got a few twigs here around the shed. Big enough ones now, because I want them like to scale, like a lot bigger, like, you know, a big oak tree, you know, you'd see around the farm and laying around for years. Maybe not that big now, that's about, I don't know, the length of a 30cm ruler or something. Around that size, I was thinking, around that. Now there's a small one there I'm after doing. Only thing I have to do now, I'm going to get a big green, dark green spray paint and spray it dark green, and it should do it justice. Looks a bit bright for a tree now, but that's how I'm going to stand them up. I have a bit of cardboard there. I folded it over, make it real thick, drilled a hole so the trunk could fit through, and then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to glue it down, and then obviously put your static grass and bushes around it. You'll cover it up anyway, but I think it's a good idea, so I'm going to put as many trees along there as I can, and I'm going to do a few more of that idea around the yard as well, because what I was missing in the last farm, I think, was proper trees, and it really it made the countryside didn't look as realistic as an Irish countryside. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to keep making a few more there, and then get the green spray paint there tomorrow, and should look a bit better than what it is now. So guys, this is currently what I'm doing. After making quite a nice bit of a tree now, and all that, in all fairness now, like, it stands out, like, it's, in fairness, like, I've made a lot worse, and then this will be one of the better ones I like to say I've made. But just going to show you guys how I made it. So got a nice twig, preferably one that has the a bit of a Y to it, so you can hang the hedging, or the I suppose you can call it the foliage, or whatever, the green stuff anyway, along the hedge. So I'm using the same stuff I use for the hedges over there of Timu, and basically it looks a bit green, a bit too light green, as you can see there. So it's got a bit of dark green spray paint and sprayed it dark green, and looks brilliant, I think. Very happy with it. There's one already there. So you see I'm doing there, I'm putting it into a bit of cardboard. Then the cardboard's going to sit flush on the ground, and then I'm going to blend it in with the rest of the ground there. So should look good by the time I'm done. And then I shall be able to make a bit of an enclosed yard for parking machines, and basically a bit of a tip, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm quite happy. So I might find another 2 or 3 trees there, see how we're going, and I might stagger a few there, one there maybe at the corner. Maybe not, because I might be blocking the view of the house. Let me have a look. Yeah, no, I don't think so. So I'll be only blocking the view of the house there, so let's not do that, shall we? Yeah, I think I'm going to cut the semicircle there now. So I am. I was kind of trying to think of how to mount it, because I kind of have to hang it over an edge, and I have really nice kitchen table here. Well, it's an old kitchen table that I got somewhere. I don't really want to drill into that, but so here we're starting on, as I was saying, a bit of an enclosed yard. So I kind of want to be a bit abandoned, but then again I also want to be that, there's a few machines in here and stuff. So I'm having that. There was a heap of topsoil here, hence why I have a bit of styrofoam, and then I have PVA glue waiting to be spread around. So, and then from there on, I'll probably close the boundary around here and then close it off. So might have a few more trees coming up around here, but we'll blend it all in there. And then the hay shed will be here, parlour there, and then the big slatted unit there. So yeah, there won't be much room for there'll be no pit silage, instead there'll be bales. So maybe the bales will be here, in fact. So as the last few farms I've done, they've all been pit silage and stuff, and not really bale silage. So that's the idea there. So yeah, we'll spread it about. So as you see now with a little time lapse, we got a bit of this yard done. Fair happy with it now, in fairness. Now it's not 100% done, but a lot of it is already there. So we have a few bushes, a bit of shrubbery growing up. Yeah, that's the word I meant to use earlier on for the trees. But yeah, I like the way the trees are kind of, you know, overlooking over the yard and stuff. They're a realistic height. There's the 1200 in comparison, so they are pretty tall. I want to put another one right there just to block this space between the yard and the house, so I'll get to that. So the shed is going to be coming out about here, so there's going to be a bit of a tight gap, which is kind of what I want. So I want to make use of the much space the small amount of space I have, because by the time you have your hay and machinery shed there, then you have the milk parlour, collecting yard, and then you have the slatted unit. So really you won't be long using up space. So that's the aim there, that's the plan. I can't really do much more in the yard, to be honest. So what I'm going to do now is work on the semicircle for here. So yeah, quite happy with what I got done. Also got this gap here done. Oops. Got this gap here done. Got a gate up, and then got a bit of stone wall going on as well on the side of the house. So all I just need to do now is just blend it into the field. So I'll get a bit of static grass and just put a bit of a margin on the side there to finish it off. Yeah, so very happy how it's going. I'll just put a bit of a back scene there. I have a few back scenes there on boards. It's not the actual back scene I'm going to be putting up, but I always ask myself, what would a sky back scene look like? I'm not too sure, to be honest. Like, I've seen what's his name? Oh, I think it's 32 farmmodel.net, I think it is, and he uses this as a back scene, and I think it looks pretty good in pictures, but I don't know. I'm kind of unsettled on it. But you know, I put it there for the reason it just brightens up the display, and also a bit of motivation to it looks a lot better and stuff. So that's kind of why I put it there, for a bit of positivity. So yeah, from there on, there's not much to do except do the semicircle, and then I can make a field and then continue on. Right guys, so it's the next day now, after the last clip, and the stuff from HLT has finally come. So I've already opened the box now just to see that it was the correct order. I'm actually having a look at the stuff. But here we are. This is the stuff I've been waiting on for a long time now. So we'll be able to crack on rightly at the model farm here now. So this is a few stone wall sheetings I got. Yeah, a good few of them now. And I'll do the dealership. I'm after getting a good few back scenes. Now they're kind of the same ones as the last farm, but I wanted to redo them because the other ones really crinkled and wasn't really happy with them. So I have a few in there. few load of H-irons here now, which should see me through a long time, I'd hope. I'd like to think anyway. So there we go. That's what I'll be using for the sheds. So for the proper job, rather than using the wooden dowels, I'm going to be using the proper 3D printed H-irons, RSJs. I have 3 corrugated sheeting, so I have green, grey and red, as you see there. And then I have more back seams, which should hopefully see me through for the whole farm. So I have different ones here now. Ones are trees, and then I have you know, back countryside sceneries and stuff. And then here we have another. Since I'm building a dealership, I said I'd need a few more tools and stuff to make it look like a workshop. So that's a bit of a kit there. I had to paint all the stuff on all myself. There's a transparent sheeting for the skylights of the sheds. And then in here we have from HLT one of their very own power washers, which should open. Yeah, open the roof. Very good. There's some weight in that. But it's actually a little kind of like a carrot share power washer. And that's going to be in the dealership as well. And then there's a lot of hose and stuff with it there too, as you see. So we'll make use of that. And it was kind of expensive now, but well worth it. And I also got a bit of a crush, a head crush there for, I think that's what it is. Head crush there for the cattle. So again, expensive now, but it'll look good. Little details now on the farm. So yeah, guys. So it's another day after, and we're here on another night. A good bit has changed. Well, a good bit is progress anyway, as you can see. We're also working our way up as we go along. After doing a bit of a change there, after doing this big semicircle here, which is what I was saying about. So this will be a good bit of space now, and will be greatly used on the Ball farm. So I also got this bit cut out. Got a load of a saw there off Daniel. I had 3 saws, like timber cutting saws and hand saws, and I don't know where they went. Anyways, won't get into it. So yeah, this is the cow lane, and I'll be continuing on down here, and suppose have splitting into different paddocks. So yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, I'm going to continue this grass field and continue it all there. So I have grass mat there, and that'll kind of finish this side of the farm, other than the sheds and other details obviously. After that, we're going to continue with grass fields along here. Now, I kind of, before I was finished up last night, I said, you know what, I'm going to put a road straight through, dealership all here, and then a road, small enough back road going up there, and then the entrance to the dealership will be about there. And then we have a bit of a crossroad here, which we didn't really have a crossroad in the previous Ball farm. Well, we kind of did. You'll kind of see that this style of the road is kind of a lot similar to the last farm. Now, look, it's kind of hard to change it. I mean, I could put a road through there if I wanted, but I kind of have to put it in the aspect of that. Is it realistic for you guys to be watching? Does it look good? And where is it the best spot to get camera angles of tractors on the road and stuff? You know what I mean? So that's the idea of all that. So that's kind of why it's similar to last farm. But when everything is all done, you won't really notice it. So yeah, the plan now, paint all that road, which is about the same colour as this, and then put styrofoam here to bridge the gap between here, and then do styrofoam more here to bridge the gap between there. So yeah, a lot to keep us going now. And yeah, I hate working with styrofoam. It's so messy. It has to Everywhere ruined. Cause it leaves all these little balls everywhere. So I hate working with it, but look, if I do it right now, I won't have to do it again for another how many years until I'm changing the small farm again. Anyway, I won't think of that. So it didn't take too long now. I removed a lot of the mess now. It only took about 20 minutes or so. So yeah, ready for the grass there tomorrow night. And then what I'm going to do now is paint all this road here now. So yeah, moving along, steady as it goes. So guys, that finishes off our first episode there on building the model farm. We've a lot more episodes to go, clearly. Yeah, but we have all the materials there, so it's literally just a matter of getting to do it now. I should get a good bit done there over the Christmas. And let me know, guys, if you'd like to see a few live streams, whether it be on YouTube here or TikTok maybe. We might do a live stream, so yeah, let me know, guys, what you think of that. Also, make sure to get your submissions into the Christmas special. If you haven't seen the Christmas special video or the application video, please go check it out. It's the video previous to this. And yeah, guys, if you do have any more ideas for the model farm, please comment down below. Speak what you think and I'll take it on board. So guys, I'll see you again next video. Bye for now.